My father hung a whistle by the kitchen door that none of us could touch. I was 11 the night I heard it from the field. It was brass, on a cracked leather cord hanging from a nail by the screen door. Nobody blows this but me. Dad told me the first time he caught me staring at it. I was maybe 6. You hear it, you don't touch it, you don't answer it. You run. Run where? Into the corn. Into the dark. You don't stop for your shoes, you don't stop for your sister. You go and you don't come back until the sun's up. How many times? 3 blasts. 3, not 2, not 4. 3 means go. We lived at the end of a dirt road, 40 acres of corn, no neighbor for 2 miles. Mom passed when I was 4. After that it was Dad, me and my little sister Casey. Dad slept with the hall light on. He checked the locks 3 times before bed every night like a prayer. I asked him once what he was so afraid of. Nothing that's yours to carry yet, he said. He made us practice. Twice a year he'd blow it at dawn and time us. Casey and I would bolt out the back and into the rows, and he'd stand on the porch counting. If we were too slow, we did it again. It's a game, Casey said once. She was 8. It's not a game, Dad said, and something in his face shut her up for a week. The night it happened, Casey dared me into the field. 10 p.m., one flashlight, touch the scarecrow at the far fence, and run back before she counted to 200. I was a quarter mile out when it came across the corn. 3 blasts, flat and sharp, and I did everything wrong. I ran toward it, toward the house, toward the light, because Casey was in there and 11 years of training fell out of my head in 1 second. Halfway back, 2 things stopped me cold. The kitchen light was on, and my father was standing in the corn to my left, not moving, the shotgun in his hands. Dad, down. His voice shook. Get down. You blew the whistle. I didn't blow the whistle. The whole rule, the only rule was that the whistle only ever came from him. If he was out here in the dirt beside me, then someone was standing in our kitchen with that cord in their hand. Casey, I whispered. She ran. I watched her go out the back the second it blew. He didn't look at me. Good girl. Then who? His name's Merrill. Dad's jaw barely moved. He worked this land with my father 30 years back. He hurt a little girl 1 county over. Nobody could prove it. He told my father he'd come back to collect what he was owed. A breath. I heard he got out this spring. You hung the whistle for him. I hung it the year you were born. But he's blowing it. Why would he blow the thing that makes us run? Dad looked at me then, something thin and terrible in his face. Because 30 years ago on this farm, that whistle meant supper. It meant drop what you're doing and come running to the house. He turned back to the light. First thing I did when I heard his name, I changed what it means. He's in there calling children to the table, and there's nobody left to come. The screen door banged. A man stepped onto the porch, whistle still in his fist, and called out in a voice soft as a lullaby. Casey, honey, come on in now. Your daddy's waiting. Nothing answered him but the corn. He raised it and blew again. 3 blasts. Waited. Come on, sweetheart. Supper's getting cold. Supper. He was 30 years behind and didn't know it. Dad rose out of the rows without a sound. Merrill. The man spun toward the dark, and Dad was already on him. The shotgun stock caught him across the mouth, and he went down hard on the porch boards, the whistle skittering out of his hand. Dad drove a knee into his spine and pinned him. Get off, you owe me. Your daddy owed me. That cord's hung by my door 11 years, Dad said, dragging it up off the wood, waiting on your mouth. Then Casey stepped out of the corn at the edge of the light, barefoot, breathing hard, exactly where she was supposed to be. She'd heard 3 blasts and run without a thought, the way she'd been taught since she was small. I was the one who ran the wrong way. I was the one who almost walked into that kitchen, and my father had known this man was coming for his children since the day I was born, long enough to hang a whistle by the door and quietly turn its meaning inside out. So the night the wrong hands finally lifted it, it emptied the house instead of filling it.